Change is inevitable. However, progress and growth is not. Today on Bite Size Creativity, I want to talk about the concept of growing and actually putting in the time and doing it on purpose. So, from the time we're born, we begin to grow and to change and develop our personality, who we are, through all of the decisions that we make, through all of the obstacles we overcome, everything that we go up against. And I want you to think about the fact that at any moment, we can start to develop bad habits and fall into bad groups and go down a wrong path. However, at any moment, we can also learn to go after our dreams and find a great friend group that can support us and help us become our very best selves. It all can happen at any moment in your life, no matter where you're at. We're always just one decision away from that total change. So what if you were to make a declaration to yourself that you're going to put yourself first, that you're going to do your best and not give up and become your greatest self? So with creativity, I want you to think about, will you choose to practice to learn and grow? Or will you choose that I'm not creative or good enough to do this? Are you consistently trying new things and challenging yourself? We only grow when we challenge ourselves and risk failing. Failing is something that's going to help you to learn and understand and to notice the things that need to be changed in order to get better. We learned so much from our mistakes. Trying something new and exciting to break out of that box, that rut that you're in. You know, when you think about it, the only way to grow is to continue trying, to continue pushing. But don't just grow and do more work for the sake of getting work done. Do more work in the pursuit of getting better. So what I mean by this is, let's say you're drawing and sketching in your sketchbook. Don't just sketch to make marks. Actually go into your sketchbook and have fun and do stuff, but take notes. As you're creating, say, you know, does this might not, this head right here, the proportions are a little bit off. And make notes to yourself. You know, the eye is a little bit higher on this side than that side. I'm gonna go in and fix it real quick. Or with sculpting, what I've noticed is that the sides of my face are slightly off, and the angle of the cheekbone on the right side is usually a little bit deeper, and this one on the right side is a little bit flatter. And it's because of my reflection and the slight differences in my face. And so just taking note of that helps me to kind of battle that issue that I have with symmetry. But when you sit there and actually take note of these things, it gives you something to strive for. And you can go back and look and say, wow, you know, I've grown so much from this sketchbook. And I am so much better than I was last week, last month, last year. You know, when you go to the gym and you start working out, if you just stuck with the 5-pound weights every single time, your muscles won't actually grow. They probably wouldn't even stay the same. They would actually not be challenged anymore and would start to shrink. So instead, start inching up. Grab the 8 pounds next time. Grab the 10 pounds and work your way up to the heavier weights. And you can do that with your creative flow too. Instead of drawing the same thing over and over again, instead of sticking to your comfort zone, expand a little bit. Every once in a while, do these little creative field trips to where you're going to try something new, a new material or a new subject matter that you're not used to. And it just expands your visual library. It expands your techniques. And it helps you to really grow as an artist. So as you listen and you think about today, I want you to think about, are you pushing yourself and your creative juices? Are you challenging yourself? And then I want you to think about, if you are you actively trying to grow? Are you actively, taking on new challenges, but also taking note of if you're growing, if you're making mistakes that you notice, or are you noticing certain things that you could do better at? So hopefully this has inspired you guys to constantly be learning, for the rest of your life, to always be learning new things, to always be interested in growing and getting better and being the best possible version of yourself. Go out there and get creative. Have a blast.